The Game Awards, which is set to happen later tonight, has already had a leak, and this one directly impacts Grand Theft Auto 6. We'll be talking about what that is and more, why it's good news, and everything else in this video today. So the Game Awards is tonight. It happens at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and this is one of those events that we've circled on our calendar. We know Rockstar Games is going to be there, at least in some capacity, because Grand Theft Auto 6 is nominated for the most anticipated game. And we also know that their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, is set to have other titles that are there, including Mafia: The Old Country. And one of the things that Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick has gone on to say is that with all of their titles, whether it be Borderlands 4 or Mafia: The Old Country, and certainly Grand Theft Auto 6, is because those are all such huge titles, they're not going to all be releasing them at once, obviously. You're not going to have Borderlands 4 and Grand Theft Auto 6 come out within a week of each other, because Take-Two Interactive knows that those are such huge games that fans are going to dive into them and they're not going to play anything else. And I would say that to a lesser extent, but still it's a really big game, Mafia is going to be a part of that list. And so because of that, we know that whenever Mafia is going to be coming out, Grand Theft Auto 6 is likely not going to be coming out. And Take-Two Interactive and Mafia's developer Hangar 13 essentially confirmed that at the Game Awards, you'd be seeing more of Mafia: The Old Country. However, the trailer actually leaked. So what apparently happened is Mafia is going to be running a shortened version of the trailer as a bunch of ads on YouTube. And I can only imagine that you have to submit those ads for approval so they can get integrated into the system. And apparently it came out early. Now, I don't want to show any of the trailer because I would assume that Mafia probably doesn't want it out early. But what I can show you is that it is coming out, at least as things currently stand, in the summer of 2025. And this is huge news because that means at Take-Two Interactive, they truly do believe that Grand Theft Auto 6, another one of their major titles under their umbrella, is still going to be releasing in fall 2025. Now, if this trailer had come out and said, Mafia: The Old Country coming in autumn of 2025, then we would have said, uh-oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 has definitely slipped. Something has happened. We'll probably hear about that soon. But the fact that this is set for summer 2025 is great news. That obviously creates a big enough gap because summer could be anywhere in between May, June, July. That definitely creates a big enough gap between the months of like October, November, December for you to release those two big games. So again, that right there, really, really good news that Mafia is set for summer 2025. And again, at least as things currently stand, that means that Take-Two Interactive still has a pretty good understanding that GTA 6 is going to come out in fall 2025. I feel like there's been some behind the scenes conversations for them to put the stamp on that summer release date that they've had with Rockstar Games, giving them at least a little bit of confidence that GTA 6 will still arrive in the fall. Now, the Game Awards tonight is going to be an awesome opportunity for Rockstar. It's something that I am going to be watching and monitoring to see if we get anything from Grand Theft Auto 6. The only thing that's a little bit odd for me is the timing of the event. Let's say, for example, Rockstar were to make some sort of grandiose announcement, half the world would be asleep, or it would be super early on in the day. Considering it starts at 7:30 at night for us on the East Coast of the United States, it really just feels like that might not be the greatest opportunity, considering pretty much any other big-time announcement that they make. It's been done early on in the morning on the East Coast of the United States. That way, for those guys in the UK or in Europe, still the afternoon. For those guys on the West Coast of the United States, it's still, relatively early on in the morning. So that's the only thing that's a little bit scary there is the timing of it if we are anticipating Rockstar to make an appearance. As we talked about the other day, again, there's supposed to be a couple of holy crap moments at this event. Reveals that just make you say, I never thought this was going to happen. And there's only a handful of games that really feel like they could fit that bill, like the Elder Scrolls 6, GTA 6, whatever's next from Naughty Dog. So hopefully we get some good news from Rockstar tonight. At least at a minimum, we see them show up in some capacity to hopefully accept the award that Grand Theft Auto 6 has won most anticipated game. And with that, maybe come some comments or some reassurances of what to expect going forward. And I know for many fans, including myself, Rockstar Games not saying anything is super frustrating, and it actually leads to people doing some wild and crazy stuff. In fact, I'm going to blur out the name name because I don't want to give this guy any publicity or credit, but essentially he was promoting a way in which you could get access to Trailer 2 early by going onto Rockstar's website, logging in with an employee's ID and password. This post alone got nearly 1.5 million views on social media. It obviously was a fake, it was a joke, it was an attempted troll. But that's where we are right now. Fans are doing some pretty, I would say, dangerous and reckless stuff trying to get access to trailer number 2 that's getting millions of views online. But we have been hearing a lot from former Rockstar Games developers and employees on why they're so secretive and honestly why it works. We heard from Mike York earlier on in the week, who worked on Grand Theft Auto 6. He wasn't obviously at liberty to say what he worked on, but he had worked on previous Rockstar titles. And we've also heard from Obi Vermeij. He made this post back in September talking about a little bit about Grand Theft Auto 6 and how they're not going to release the game until they're 100% happy with it, no matter what was said in the trailer, and having it say coming 2025. Well, someone just a couple of hours ago asked, how do you feel about Rockstar and their level of secrecy with how their games are made? Do you feel it's a bit much and that there could be a balance of transparency? If you prefer not to answer to avoid starting anything, that's completely fine. And Obi said, with upcoming games, I think sorcery is a good thing. Knowing too much about a game long before it comes out ruins the experience. A good example is the new Indiana Jones game. They kept a low profile and didn't do a lot of marketing. Then when the game comes out, it's surprising and fresh. This really works for Rockstar with GTA 6 because there's not much info out there. Anticipation grows, and when the game comes out, it'll be truly exciting. They could be a bit more relaxed when it comes to older games. It would be nice to hear a bit more from the people still at Rockstar that worked on them. So we're going to focus on the Grand Theft Auto 6 aspect here, and honestly, with what Obi Vermeij has just said, maybe Rockstar, with the GTA 6 leaks, got super turned off. They said, you've seen too much of this already. We're going to now show you the bare minimum up until this thing releases. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but that might be some sort of thought process, because we've never had a leak at Rockstar Games like what happened to Grand Theft Auto 6. We didn't know that much about Grand Theft Auto 4. We didn't know that much about GTA 5. Red Dead Redemption 2 had ish leaks, but not to the extent of 90 plus video clips of the game being posted online for everyone to see, which did reveal a lot of useful information and things that can certainly change or might remain the same. But at the end of the day, still a lot of information, and obviously way too much for Rockstar and their liking. So did that have an impact on why we haven't seen anything more than a brief description of the game, returning to Vice City in the state of Leonida, and a 90-second first trailer? Hopefully we get more answers to that soon, and hopefully we get our hands on some more GTA 6 info, whether that be screenshots, second trailer, whatever the case might be. It might be a few hours from now at the Game Awards. It might be not till next year. Only time will tell. Let me know what you think is going to happen in those comments down below, though. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.